Hello, it's the Beginner Crafter, and this is my first video about budgeting. And as you can see, I will be using my Happy Planner budget stickers and the Budget by Paycheck Workbook that I bought as a printed version. And I printed out the instructions, which I guess won't be as necessary right now, and the beginning of the year plan and January. So that's what we will be setting up today. So the first thing you have to do is think of your financial plan and your just short-term goals, so the ones that you want to finish within 1 year, then medium-term goals within 5 years, and long-term goals 10 to 15 years. So my short-term goal is my car. I want to buy a newer car. My car is 18 years old, so it works fine, but at some point the fixing of the car will cost more than the car is actually worth. So I guess it's time to upgrade it to something newer. And I would like to save about 37,000 for it. For that amount, I should be able to buy something of decent quality and quite new. I don't want a new car, to be honest. I would be too stressed about driving a new car and doing something to it. So 37,000 should be a safe amount. And I'd like to do that by the end of the year. Then my medium-term goal is down payment for my flat. I'd like to buy a bigger flat because during the pandemic I realized that a flat that I have is too small for me, especially the kitchen is too small, and I don't have space for all the craft things that I have, so I need something bigger. I would like to save somewhere between 150,000 and 200,000 for the down payment. The banks prefer for you to have the down payment of, I think, 20% right now. All the amount, the value of the flat, I don't think it's going to be like 4 times or 5 times what I want to save, because I don't want to take a huge home loan. But I think 150 between 200,000, it should be somewhere around 30% of the value of the flat that I want, if the prices don't change too much. And I would like to save this amount of money by June 2025. And then the long-term goal is to pay off mortgage. And I think the total cost with interest and stuff would be about 400,000. And that I want gone by 2035. Another goal that I'd like is to build up the emergency fund. And I know that Dave Ramsey says that I think it should be first a $1,000, but I'm past that already. So I would like 6 months worth of my salary. And I would like to do it before I have enough money for the down payment. So it's a medium-term goal, because I don't think I would be able to do that within a year. So emergency fund of 6 months of my salary. How much do I earn? That's the problem. Okay, let's put it at 25,000. And that I'd like to have like December 2024, so that I can spend this, for example, 6 months between, for example, saving money for any renovations I would have to do in the new flat, or buying furniture or something. So I think that's fair. Although, wait, let me think about it for a moment. 25,000. I can save, yes, 3,500 per year. Okay, it's a stretch, but it's possible, I think. Because I guess when I learn to budget, I will be able to do it much earlier. But realistically speaking, I think that's more or less what can happen. Okay, so that's the plan. Membership and subscription. That I have a problem with, because I don't remember a lot of things. I know that I have my Craftboard subscription, and it's a yearly subscription. I think it's around May, June. And it costs, I think, £92, but I need to add delivery costs. And since the UK is now outside the European Union, the costs might be higher, but I don't yet know how much. So I'll put it as £130. I will not count the monthly cost for it, just because I will bankroll it from the account cushion that I have, or will have, because my bank account, I mean, it's easy to establish a saving goal, like a sinking fund there, but it's just a pain to get rid of it. So for something that has to be done every year or every few months, like in case of the Crochet Society, it just doesn't make sense. So with Crochet Society, I think I had it every 3 months. Now I'll switch to bi-yearly, so every 6 months, and I'm estimating it will be £150 with delivery, but I'll have to check that. I think I'll have to do it in January, because I think that's around time my subscription ends, but I really don't remember. And again, I'm going to bankroll it from my cushion. I'll just save for it in my cushion. And that's the only date I remember, the 6th of December. I have my Gridlers subscription, and that costs £60. So again, just bankrolling it without any problem. And I don't think I have any more subscriptions. Everything else, like HBO or Netflix, I have in my internet bill monthly, so I just pay it like that. And I don't think I have any more subscriptions. Oh no, I do. I have my cross-stitching magazine. Yeah, and that's £76.80, so also bankrolling it, and that's April. Okay, so that should be all when it comes to my subscriptions. And now, yearly savings goals. Okay, goal number 1. So my priority is the down payment. And by the end of the year, I'd like to have 90,000 saved, which means that I need to save 16,252.71, which means that monthly I should save 1,054.40, and that's going to be difficult. What I have automatic payment of 500 every month, and after every payment by a debit card or online transfer, it also saves a specific amount of money into the account, but I don't think it's ever been more than 815 or 900 per month. I do sometimes pay extra into the goal, but I don't really think this number is very possible, which is good to learn, because I have some, ideas about how much I can save, and only when you actually count, you see how impossible that could be. But we'll try for that. I'll do my best to save as much money as possible for that. So the due date would be, I guess that's how you counted, the end of 2021. We're done with 2020. Okay, goal number 2 when it comes to priority is the car. And with the car, what I have left to save is 8,121.50. So every month I should save this much, which is very possible. I think this amount is something I can really get to. So that's also the end of the year. And if I manage to save around 700 each month, which would mean I get a higher goal, I reach a higher amount during the year, or I would reach the goal of 37,000 earlier. I think if nothing happens to my car throughout this year, I'll keep saving the money to have a higher amount, just to have this kind of freedom that I don't have to limit myself to the lower number, and I can look for a car having a bit more money. And if I buy a cheaper car than the money I'll have, I'll just throw that into the down payment, which will make the goal easier to reach, or at least in the next years it will be easier to reach. And then there's the emergency fund. And this year I would like to have I think 10,000 saved. So I need to save this much, and that's 277.38 each month, which is also doable because I have 200 set every month for this goal, and then also the payments. So I think that's also very possible to reach. Goals and events. Well, I would like to go to Queen concert. That was supposed to happen last year, and my friend has already bought tickets. Well, she bought them, I guess, even 2 years ago. We don't know if the concert is going to happen. And to be honest, I don't know how much it costs, because she just bought the tickets and she said I would give her back when the concert happens. But I guess it's about 1,000. And I should save it by the end of June, so by July 2021, which gives me 6 months. So that's 166.67. I also be putting that in my cushion, not a specific goal here or there. So there's that. Okay, and now yearly savings tracker. Oh, okay. So goal number 1, which is the down payment. At the start, I have 73,747.29. Goal number 2, which is the car, I have 28,878.5. Goal number 3 is 6,671.48. And goal number 4 right now, I have 0. But it's just because I haven't started thinking about it. Okay, the sinking funds. I have 2 sinking funds, like in cash envelopes, and that's car maintenance and for car maintenance I would like to have 3,000. And then I have emergency fund for house maintenance. And also I prefer to have in cash because sometimes you just need an electrician or a plumber or something. And that's also a 3,000 wish. But I haven't yet saved as much. I hope nothing will break yet, and I won't have to be using that yet. So these are the sinking funds and the yearly spending. Okay, right now I can set up categories. So bills, which is a lot, unfortunately. Food, and I think I'm going to divide it into food, healthy, food, eating out, and food, just general what you buy in the shop, so groceries. Although in groceries I'll also include things like toiletries, toilet paper and stuff, just because when I go to the supermarket I don't really divide those. It's something that I need, so I just buy it together, and there's no need for me to make it into a different category. I would, however, like to save some money and limit the eating out portion. Then books or fun. Beauty, I guess health. I don't need to pay any medical bills because that's not how it works in my country. We have free, well, sort of free medical care. But if you really need to have a consult with a specialist and you don't want to wait a few months or a few years for the free medic consult, you need to go privately, and that will cost you some amount of money. For example, with the dentists, I always go privately just because it really doesn't make sense to wait a few months or years for the free one. And I think with the free one, you don't get everything for free, so you still have to pay, so it just doesn't make sense. So I'll have a health category as well. Just general miscellaneous. And savings. I think that should be enough categories. Oh, I had a look into my previous budgets and I realized that I had one more goal to plan. Although I'll treat it as just subscription. And it's in June. And it's my car insurance. And I also usually bankroll it. It's somewhere around, Jesus, I really don't remember how much it costs. But I think it will be around 1,000. And I just really bankroll it all the time, so I don't save for it specifically. So yeah, that's the yearly spending overview done. Yearly balance. Debt balance, I don't have any. Retirement balance, I wonder what that means. I have a saving account for retirement where I pay. Oh, yeah. That's also a category. Insurance. All kinds of insurances that I have. That's May. And I don't know how much it's going to cost me this year, because I think this year I'll have to renew my insurance. I'm guessing 1,500. So I wonder if my retirement should be also a membership or a subscription, because I also have an amount that monthly gets sent to that account. I just don't know how to check the balance. So I'll figure it out later. Oh yes, I know how. When I will be getting information for tax reasons, because it is deductible, they will send me information how much I had throughout the year of 2020. So then I'll be able to check, and then I'll write it down. So now I only have to add up my savings balance. And that's 109.27, which is a nice sum, I believe. And that's gone. Now the bill tracker. Okay. I guess that's starting from the beginning of the month. So, I have on the 5th, I have my savings. And that's 1,200. Payment method is just auto. Then on the 7th, usually there's insurance for bank. And that is 26.98, and it's automatic. Also on the 7th, I have my retirement insurance, and that's, well, it's not an insurance, but it's what it gets, and it's also auto. Then on the 10th, I have rent, which for now is 398.83. And also on the 10th, it's also rent, but it's like a renovation fund, and that's 105.84, and that's also transfer. Then on the 21st, I think I have a phone, which is 64.99, and that's automatic. Then also on the 21st, I have the internet, and that's 183.99, and that's transfer. And this year my goal is to get that lowered. I need to call the company and say that I don't want a few things that they are offering. Do I have any more bills? Oh yes, on the 27th there's a UNICEF charity, and they take it away on their own. And then I have, well, it varies from month to month. By the 7th, I need to pay electricity. And it varies. It just depends how much electricity I've used. But I think the average per year would be around 80. But the bill just really varies. And then on the 27th, I have gas. Gas doesn't vary because they just send you information how much you have to pay for the duration of the year. However, my year starts in August, so the number I have right now, which is 1919 as far as I remember, but it might change in October, I think. Like, I pay electricity every odd month and gas every even month. And I think that would be it. No, I have also insurance. The other type of insurance, how it's on the 13th, I think. And that's also automatic. And that's why I don't remember. A lot of dates I don't remember just because they're automatic and they take it whenever. They just think about it when it's due and when it's supposed to happen. But I don't think I have any other bills anymore that I need to pay like every year. I've got the internet and TV, phone, electricity, gas, all the insurances, rent, and savings. So that's all year 2021. Okay.